Are you a furry? Well, welcome to another Clygro podcast, episode number 19, aren't we, at this point? We've been going on for so long. So long. But yeah. Currently, the answer is 50-50. One yes, one no. Quite surprising how low that number of yeses is, because I swear to God everyone's a furry on the feed list. So, now we've seen that, let's get on to the actual podcast where I haven't. Oh wait, I do have the studio open. Okay, so since the last podcast I did configuring i3 again, where I configure i3 even more, where I get PyCom and stuff working. Only problem is PyCom's just self broke, and for some reason right now it's not even running at all, because the top bar is supposed to be transparent but it isn't. So don't ask me, I don't know. After that is an announcement about me on Owncast. I'll tell you about that in a second. After that is Blind Mold MCPE Worlds from 2012 to 2014. Maybe it's not from 2012, I can't really check the date, but it's Pro 2013 2014. On this iPad here, I've just realised I'm not showing the screen, but yeah, going back to going to the screen, yeah, so this iPad, it's my mum's old iPad, it's an iPad 3, so the iPad that no one likes. It's on iOS 7.0, so if I do that, look, it's got Siri, which means it's not on the iPad 2. Yeah, so it's not jailbroken, because I believe you still need an Arduino to jailbreak it. Arduino and USB Shield. I don't have that, but it's another reason to get one. I've already got two other devices that I need one for to jailbreak and also save blobs. Well, actually it's more like one of them needs blobs to be saved to be jailbroken in the first place, so yeah. After that, it's my PowerBook G4 Adventures episode 1. By the way, if you're wondering when the next episode is, the answer will be probably tomorrow, so yeah. Quite fun. Yeah, it took a while to be made. It was going to take even longer because I didn't realise I could just use the charger plug bit from this HP charger. Let me get the webcam. This HP charger is like a weird 3-port, but it works in my charger that I bought, which didn't have the plug end. It has the port and it works, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to actually use it. Yeah. After that, it's me setting up a CD player. This video took a while to film. The first bit was filmed like a week ago, and then the second bit was like filmed the day before or something like that. So yeah. And next videos run Android apps on Linux. So yeah. So I think I need to do some explaining. So there's two things that I'm probably going to talk about. Don't ask why I've got mayonnaise on Wikipedia or whatever, okay? I was actually only looking at it to look at the spelling, which is a stupid thing. I could just do the, mayon. Okay, if the mayon doesn't work, mayon. Okay, interesting. Oh well. Yeah. So, mayonnaise, apparently not good enough. So, what things have I got to talk about there? The answer is quite a few things. What was it? Oh yeah, I was going to show you Owncast. So, I'm going to show you the Owncast directory. Owncast is basically a Fediverse version of Twitch, essentially. So you see all of these cool things. Yes, these are live streams right now. It's actually not that many. I find it funny that it's just one that seems to be never going to give you up 24/7. Amazing, right? But yeah, no offense, some of these streams don't actually really look exciting, like internet radio, basically, movies. I'd rather there be original content. It's not like I don't have a problem with this. I mean, I think copyright's just stupid type thing, really. Yeah, or another one. But yeah, I prefer if there's original content, and I mean there seems to be one there. By original I mean like not a 24/7 point a camera at. There was one that was like Beehive, doesn't seem to be streaming anymore. But yeah, whatever. Got hashtags. I've not set up any hashtag. Yes, so this is basically showing Owncast streams from Owncast servers. Now, what's the thing? What's the deal? Well, Owncast has said probably this is basically an alternative switch but connected up to the Fediverse. And this one, live.18argons.xyz, is my instance. So I found out, sort of took me a while to realise, but it's single user by the looks of it. I'm not a fan of that, but hey, yeah. So I'm going to actually do a thing of going live on the platform just to show off the thing. What I'm going to do, go to my Owncast's account, so just to go into following and wait for it. No, I can say this nightmare. Did it just crash? Excuse me. No, it didn't. Yeah, if I go here, go to the account. Now, I don't know why this still isn't updated, but yeah, it says Plug Rose Live test stream. And you can see a little preview of me, so that's cool. Okay, now another thing that I can do is look at all of these quality options you get. One of them's missing. Is there a limit that I'm just not aware of? And I've reached it, so yeah. Come back to what I was saying. Yeah. Oh wait, I need to. Problem is the admin panel is blocked for me on Firefox. However, if I go into Chromium, so this could take 9 years. No, in fact, that's not saved. My default browser. Who cares? And go to my website, my instance, and log in. It works. Irritating, but hey, So, if we go into configuration and video, yeah, it looks like I've reached the limit of just not bothered to do 144. 144p 30 FPS. Yeah, for some reason it defaults to 24 FPS. Yeah. My screen 144p resolution. I cannot spell. Yeah, spell. Smell. Yeah. And if someone 144p, low definition, blah 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 blah. Okay, 176. So 176 by 144. Cool. Oh no, that's 44 by 3. T56. Sorry. But yeah. Do that and theoretically it should be there. Yeah, so when I restart the stream, it should appear. So looks like I basically forgot to do it. But yeah, you get all these encoding options. So you've got 1080p high, which means you get 6000 bit rates, and then you've got low, which looks like it's slow. I should probably change to I have changed the capitalization, so it doesn't show capitals. Problematic. Yeah, you've got 720p, 540p, 40p, 360p, 260p, and there'll be a 144p. But yeah. So, you've got that. Cool. The problem is going to the tabs, it's a bit dodgy. But I can probably fix it up with some CSS, because that's the thing I can do. So you've got setup and stuff. So it's quite a cool piece of software. I can view my followers, as I said. I can view chat users, feather link, it should be I think I'm already authenticated. Yeah. Doesn't seem to tell me where I'm authenticated, but I'm authenticated, don't worry. Yeah, I've got viewers, so it shows me my viewers. Most I had was 4, and probably like 2 or 3 of those were me, because it's just testing where I could watch it from. Now I'm not sure if this is a thing I could do, so but let's have a look if I could do MP3, and let's replace this with my own domain. This might not work, so presumably there's somewhere. Okay, yes, it does work. Okay, cool. I'll put that in the thing. Configuration, general. Just to use as network stream using software such as MP3 and VLC. Simply put, as the URL. So yeah, okay, cool. So I should be able to just go into some video and doing VLC as well. So VLC, open network stream, and vertically it works. Yes, it does. Cool. Yeah. I mean, if you look at the quality is pretty good. I mean, it's 1080p. I'm not sure necessarily if you can change the quality of the video using a network stream. I don't know. Maybe it probably is. Surely it is. It's probably some way of doing it. But yeah. So I've got a dark theme. There is a dark theme built in, but it seems to be a bit broken, which is why I'm not using it. Nice, I've got a follower. But yeah. Social handles. I'll put a thing just saying main Clygro website. http clygro.cc. Okay, cool. And theoretically that works. I probably might need to refresh. Oh yeah, it's already updated. Neat. So yeah, if you want to follow me, just follow Clygro at 18argons.xyz. Oh wait, no, Clygro at live .18argons.xyz. Okay, and then you're sorted. Boom. So yeah, there are cool things you can look at, like hardware. You can look at integrations. In fact, I've done a little integration already. So if you go to Clyfeed on 18argons.xyz, it will tell you when I am going live, which is very neat. Yeah. So you might be asking, another place to watch my streams. You're correct about that. It is another place to watch my streams. What should you see? Number one is part of the Faveverse, so you can follow me on your Akomas, your Mastodons, your whatevers. You can follow me on there. It's amazing. Technology is amazing. Of course, because you can follow me on there, you could chat like that. And I am authenticated as Clygro. I think I'm authenticated as my Akoma, which is clygro@cphone.space. So if you want my posts, you can follow me there. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah, it's quite cool. So trying to think what else is there to say. What else? Yeah, so it's quite a cool piece of software, and if you look, it's actually not horribly resource intensive. Only 32% of CPU. This isn't my server that's downstairs, it's actually my VPS, which is like a lot less powerful. It's got like 3 shared CPU cores, I believe. It's got 16 gigs of RAM, and I think it's like 300 gigs of space. So it's really not that much, but compared to my server downstairs, but it works. So so one reason, another reason is my encoding options. YouTube recently have sort of started to do less encoding options for some reason, which is probably a bit annoying because not everyone can view my videos in like 1080p. So I believe they cut 240p and 480p. Not good. Meanwhile, I've got 144p, I've got 216p, I've got 360p, I've got 480p, I've got 540p, not an option that YouTube has ever provided, even though it's a very common resolution. Don't ask why. And then you've got 720p, you've got 1080p, lower bit rate, but you've also got 1080p higher bit rate, which is the thing that YouTube will put behind the YouTube Premium paywall, which I don't. You just get access to it for free because it costs me server usage to do it, but it's not necessarily worth it if no one's going to use it, so you might as well give that as an option. Of course, not everyone's going to have internet capable, which is why you've got everything like it. But yeah, also another advantage is I also have PeerTube. I go live on there normally. This one's only live to oh my god, was it Owncast, just to show off what's going on. But as you can see, oh look, it's giving me the 144 FPS. I guess you just only need to refresh. I thought it was when you didn't start the stream. Interesting. Yeah, but if you go through like the options, so you've got 144p, you've got 216p. Know what's going on there. You've got 360p. You've got 480p. You've got 540p, which is half the resolution, and you've got 720p, which is good. All of this is blurry because this is worth it. Refer to the webcam, not the actual thing, because it's showing me cycling through the resolutions now. Yes, 10p high, and then you've got 10p low, and you've got 10p high, and it looks all nice and smooth as bar. It's just crazy how good of a job it does. Now there is a bit of delay, let's be real, and it is quite high, but it's really the best I could do. I've tried lowering the latency buffer, but even just saying it's low was causing massive issues. I think maybe I could have done it if I cut back maybe like the encoding options, but I thought it'd be bad to just have make encoding options. Now another thing I could do is do high refresh rates. I can literally do 1080p 120 FPS. So I do go into here and look, I've got 60 FPS, 90 FPS, and then the experimental 120 FPS. I do want to provide that as an option, as far as I'm aware, no other platform would provide those insane options. So you got to think this would be a massive advantage, and even just having all these additional resolutions give you a little bit more reason to join. But high refresh rate, it gives you even more reason to just come and join on the Owncast. And now another thing is, I don't have the risk of like my channel, my stream being taken down if I'm self-hosting it. Now, normally, as I said, I would be multi-streaming to YouTube, PeerTube and Twitch, although Twitch has been having weird problems with encoding my stream for some bizarre reason. But yeah, so all of these beautiful options. Yeah, so Owncast, a very cool piece of software. Actually, another thing that makes me like Owncast even more is how easy it is to install. So let me just show you what I mean. So, well, I won't literally install it because I don't want to do it, but it's really easy. So what you do, get started, cool. I want Owncast, I want to manually install Owncast and the quick install script. You know what, screw it, I'm going to show you it. So, if I do this, it's going to install it, success. So what you then do is cd into Owncast, and then you do /Owncast, and you have literally done it. So if it's local host, what is it, 8080 I believe. Yeah, I've literally just set up an Owncast server. Now you do want Caddy for HTTPS, but look at this, I've literally already set up an Owncast server. How long did that take? Was that like 5 seconds to set up the Owncast? And then yeah, and then I can log in by doing /admin, and oh, for God's sake, yeah, if I do /admin like that, it'll say unauthorized. Yeah, I'm literally like blocked from there. Don't ask. So let's open it up in here, and your default password will be, your username will be admin, and then your password would be abc123. Boom, and you've already got access to your thing. Insane. And then let's just kill off this because maybe it's killing my frame rate. But yeah, can any other Thingiverse platform do anything like that? I don't think so. Seriously though, can Thingiverse platforms just learn from this? I don't want to fiddle about with no nonsense. Just do a simple install script like that, and then yeah, blows my mind how these other platforms just haven't bothered doing an easy install script, because clearly it is what you should be doing. Seriously though, how on earth do you just not think, oh, let's do an easy install script? Like, just how? Yeah, I'm considering maybe I've just thought of this idea. Maybe I'll do what I'm doing, which is basically doing a stream, and whilst recording the podcast, but I make that Owncast exclusive, whilst all my other streams are on all of the platforms. That might be an idea. I don't think it's particularly evil, as there's sort of a reason why I would do that. But yeah, you get early access to the Clydesdale podcast. Maybe, yeah, that's a compelling reason to go watch me on Owncast. But yeah, I guess I've sort of talked way more than enough about Owncast. Blows my mind. Okay. Maybe I should do a video on how easy is it to install Fediverse software. So, yeah. So, yeah. I think I said that. Now, time to get to work, I guess. Not this. And I'm going to show you some numbers because they are interesting numbers. I promise. Oh, come on. There you go. Content. No, analytics. So, in the past 7 days, I've only gained a small 651 views. And that's counting Saturday, so it'd be 451. So, 451 views since the date of releasing the last podcast. Well, that's as much detail as I can give. It's probably not quite because, yeah, the podcast released at 17 o'clock. But yeah. So I've got 179 views, then 102, and then 27, and then 36, and so, oh god, Charles dead, and then 43. But actually I've been doing quite well. Got 62 on Friday, and I mean, I got quite a few yesterday. Go add all the numbers up, it's probably quite a few. I find it annoying that this takes a while to update, but oh well. So, yeah, those are basically the numbers you need to know. I guess. Welcome to the next topic. How much storage do I have? I need to be careful. I've played, don't worry. So, welcome to the next topic. I'm going to be now doing more of a deep dive on this iPad. So, this iPad, I'm going to switch to my webcam. So, this is my mum's old iPad, as I said earlier. It's an iPad 3, 64 gigs, cellular, white. You'll get the point. Has it changed? Yes, it has. I don't want my previews just been really laggy for some reason. Okay, so this is my mum's iPad. It's an iPad 3, 64 gigs, Wi-Fi, white. So yeah, and as I said earlier, I think, right, it's on iOS 7. What's so significant about this iPad, you might be asking? It's an iPad 3. Everyone hates the iPad 3 because everyone hates the iPad 3. And yes, everyone seems to hate the iPad 3 for some reason. And I mean, it was only sold for like 9 months, right? It's basically discontinued when the iPad 4 was released, and like I sold it alongside the iPad 3. So like the iPad 2 alongside the iPad 3, and yeah. So of course yeah, so it was released in 2012. Here it's released on 20th of July in China, 2012. But it was discontinued on the 23rd. Yeah, that lines up. Yeah, the 23rd of October, I meant, not July. Sorry about that. One of the things is the cellular model was with 4K, 4G cellular model. This isn't cellular, so yeah. Also, I don't believe it actually let you do 4G in most places. Yeah. As 4G, yeah, 4G is not available outside North America. The cellular model includes GPS compatibility. Interesting. So maybe it wasn't 4G, it was just like the misleading thing that's been happening like every single time you get like the new cellular technology, where the most like 3.95G, which is LTE I believe, gets referred to as 4G. And I remember the iPhone 4S had that problem where it's basically saying, oh, it's got 4G. It's not, it's misleading, it's not 4G, it's 3G. And then I believe the same also happened with 5G as well. So it seems to be a regular thing, unfortunately, where customers get misled to believe they're getting better connection than what they actually are. Typical corporate entity nonsense. But yeah. So what did the iPad 3 do? It gave an updated camera. The camera was upgraded. Also, the display, it's a Retina display. It's got a resolution, as it says of here, 2048 by 1536 screen, which is 4 times the resolution of the iPad 2 and 1. You get the point. So yeah. And yeah, it was released with iOS 5.1 and ended with iOS 9.3.5, or if you're a cellular one, you got 9.3.6. So yeah. More water. Oh, open you annoying thing. So, why do people dislike it? Blah 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 blah. Critical set. So initially released positive reviews, which is very weird. As I've heard plenty of people. But yeah. Okay. So, nothing. Oh yeah, also it gave it a RAM upgrade. So the iPad 2 had 512 megs. This has a gigabyte. So it's also the first iOS device to get a gigabyte of RAM. So this iPad is quite significant with 4G. Well, 4G in quotation marks. And yeah. So yeah, it's got a 5 megapixel camera. What did the iPad 2 have? Was it like 3 megapixel? Blah blah blah. Graphics and camera. 0.7 megapixels. Wow. Yeah, bit of an upgrade. A bit of an upgrade. Yeah. Well, 960 by 720. Wait then, so video recording, you get a wider video than a photo. Usually it's you get just a whole larger photo of the video. That's a bit weird. That's reverse what it normally be, pretty much. Yeah, TCP video camera. What's 5 megapixels? 5 mega. Oh, I swear I felt it first. Vibrate. Well, heard it more like. I die. Whatever. Yeah. Megapixel to resolution converter. 5 megapixels. No, not 0.5. 5 convert. I'm assuming it's 3x2. I'm pretty sure it's 3x2. They have 2739 by even 26. Okay, cool. So, I think you get the point. It's a lot better. The only real problem is the CPU only basically stayed the same, although the GPU I believe is more powerful. So yeah. Hardware. Yeah. So, why is this iPad important? Well, it's quite simple. This exact iPad, right here in this spotty red and white case, red background, white spots, is literally the first iPad I ever used back in 2012 when it was brand new, as you can probably suggest, probably guess, not suggest. Sorry about my words. Yeah. So, quite significant iPad, let's say that. It only really was used for about, like, properly for about a year. So it didn't actually really get that much use. But yeah. There are an absurd amount of photos on here. I just get a photo of me, and it's got my older sister, so I'm just going now of me here. Right here, it's like that's from like the first photo taken from this iPad, which would mean it was from from the 1st of May 2012. So it's only 5, believe it or not. I'm not that old. And yeah, basically we are all pretty much fiddling about with photo booths. There's like a bunch of things with photo booth. So yeah, that's all we really need to know there. There's not much else important until scroll down. Well, I say important, by that I mean like photos I can show. Scroll down, blah blah. Blah blah blah. God, that was 2012. Jesus Christ, I thought it was 2013. Basically, there was like a bird that landed in a garden. A little tiny baby bird. What's like baby bird? Oh, I can see a photo of me. Okay, I'm gonna show this photo. This photo. And it's me playing on my mum's a 3G or 3GS or the 4S, I'm not sure. It's one of those, basically. So I didn't bring my iPad there. Pretty good idea, because I probably would have been playing on it. But I wouldn't be surprised if I was playing Minecraft. Crazy to think I've been existing for 11 years. Oh my god, that was 2012. Wow. I thought that was like 2014. Who was born on the 25th of August? I think it's probably going to be am I doing the Gangnam Style in this photo? Sort of looks like what I'm doing, assuming that's even me, which it might not. Okay. Ooh, just watching something like on TV news, maybe. Scroll down. Yeah, there's a bit of dead spots on the screen, which is what's going on. That was 2012. Kind of crazy how quite a lot of this is 2012, and I thought it was like 2013, like Greg. Is it weird that I can remember the bird's name? It might have been Pigeon Greg, I don't know. Now he's like dead or old, not. What is the lifespan of, not a fox, but a pigeon? Good question. 6 years, yeah, definitely dead. Well, I say that. What is the oldest? I say oldest pigeon. At the age of 24, but looks fancy. Yeah, 24 years old. Yeah, potentially, but probably not. Interesting. I should have shown right properly. Oh well, I'll scroll down. I'm still not actually at the photo that I want to actually show. I've got quite a lot of photos from like before, like 2014. Do I see low resolution photo of 2 cats? There you go. The black and white one. That one. His name's Beaker, and the black one, her name was Furby. Furby's dead. Beaker potentially still alive. Well, if he's still alive, it's probably near the end. It's probably like 17. Don't exactly age. That's sort of rough age. Similar age to me. I'm looking at one of these photos, and it's got computers running Windows 7. It's a Toshiba, I know that. I remember the computer, and basically never went on it, so it wasn't mine. But see Candy Crush on Facebook in Internet Explorer 9. It looks like it's fancy gradient, and in taskbar you've got Internet Explorer. You've got File Explorer, Windows Media Player, Thread Ping, I think, and then a sort of blue orb. I want to say that's iTunes, but I might be wrong with that. But yeah, It's 2012, a while ago, quite a while ago. Yeah, I'm still in 2012. Yeah, can you tell 2012 was when it was mostly used? Where on earth is that? Oh, I know, don't worry. I'm pretty sure I know where that was taken. Yeah. I love these photos aren't me because this was my iPad. But yeah. Okay, I've got to the photo I want to finally show. So there's a couple of photos I want to show. So this is me on my 6th birthday, 16th November 2012, and I'm unboxing a cube thing. In fact, I can show what I was unboxing, like the box, not the actual thing inside the box. Though it is. It'll become visible in the next photo that I'll show you. But it is. It's annoying. I can't really seem to easily adjust brightness. Maybe there's plug-in, but it's this iPad Mini. So if I do a bit of adjust the camera, and we're sitting there. There's like quite a few photos of me, so let me. Oh, for goodness sake! Okay, here's one where it's quite clear. So these. Okay, you can sort of see it. So that's the box, the white bit, and then that's a case for it. Yeah, you can quite clearly see if you're actually looking at the actual photo. And I wasn't showing you on the screen. It's an iPad Mini. It says iPad Mini. And it's this box properly. When I say this box, it might be the other box. iPad Mini box. But I can pretend that this is the actual one, because it might be the one that was going on there. I should probably explain what I mean. So, in June 2012, 2013, sorry, the iPad Mini was even released in June 2012. I accidentally dropped my, well, not necessarily dropped, but my iPad went sort of in between, because there's this sofa bed, which I believe is the one that I'm sitting on right there, and it's got sofa bed, so it's like a bed underneath, and you have like metal things in the side, like underneath the cushions for the bed bit, and it sort of got caught down there, and it basically cracked the screen. Also, I've got a creeper plushie. Can you see that? Pretty much. I have to put it at awkward angles so you can see the correct things at the correct exposure. So continue on. So it cracked and wanted to get it repaired, so we brought it to Apple. Bad idea. And turns out completely replacing the iPad was the best option. I had to restart all over because for some reason didn't decide to back up, so I don't actually have any of my Minecraft worlds from 2012 on there, and I don't think I actually have any from here because in 2012 or whatever, 2013 probably, my mum or dad, I think it might have actually been my dad, deleted it to give more space, give the iPad more space, and annoying. So don't have any of those worlds anymore either. Don't know what's even worse. my mum slash dad's iPhone is originally my mum's, as I was saying earlier, and then it became my dad's after she switched to a 4S, upgraded to a 4S. 3GS, similar story, but it was deleted to update it, I think it was me that did that, because it was it's because it was like still purchased on my mum's Apple ID, I believe, and my dad, so I don't have those worlds either, which would have also been from 2012. Irritating, I'm seriously quite annoyed. And I believe, that one was my fault. And that was like in 2014, I would say. I think. Maybe. But yeah. It's not a great photo of me with the iPad on. Sort of looks like it's got the iOS 9 wallpaper. Although I'm assuming that's just a default iOS 6 wallpaper. Just looks very bright. I can't see anything else on it though. No, actually I think I can see the time bit very faintly. Sort of looks like a mush. But yeah, there's no actual me doing anything. Also, I was saying earlier about the iPhone 3GS, I just realised I wouldn't even had my own iPad back then. And I'm going to show you probably one more photo. This creeper cake. Oh my god, I've just noticed it's off centre. That makes it even worse. You've got the old Sainsbury's free from butter packaging. I know, right? It's weird. Look, I really sort of do want to look at like the history of food packaging. I don't know why, it just interests me. Yeah, and then you've got like pictures from my birthday pie. I do remember that table on the side. It's not letting me zoom in. It's like a soft play pie. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to say i3 lock has activated. Yeah. That table there. I remember that table. I'm pretty sure the cake was on that table. Oh, nostalgia alert. Let me zoom in for God's sake. I can't wait to do this without showing a face. I'll show the one that doesn't look like that anymore, because the other person sort of looks hasn't really changed. So that balloon pie pack thing, I remember that. That's nostalgic. Yeah, okay. His phone, I don't really need to censor. Let's rotate this iPad. Oh, for God's sake, there's black borders. Oh no, okay, it's just glitched. Typical iOS then. But yeah, I had two little creepers. I did see the blocks in the other photo. But yeah, that's my creeper cake. Anything else that's vaguely interesting? See, two screenshots of when it's on iOS 6. Not iOS 5, because number one, it's after. I mean, it could still be on iOS 5, but it's not, because there's no lock button in the status bar. which is why I know it's not. It's showing the lock screen basically. Anything else? Here. This is funny. Funny. It's a meme. Facebook level meme. Marty McFly from Back to the Future and throughout the clock tower thing says, I knew that the world is not going to end in 2012 because my McFly travelled to 2015. Yeah, I mean it's true. It didn't end, the world wasn't ending in 2012, which is good to know. Oh, I found some more screenshots. Ooh. Oh, look at this. Oh, this looks so good. This is old Find My. Right here, this looks so good. I vote because they've literally built houses pretty much on the other side, pretty much all on the left. And it looks like the top bit they're building a school. Also, like the train station has moved. Would it be on view? Yes, it would, because I see the car park for the train station. They relocated the train station to be near those houses as well. And it's like there was like an existing car park, so they used that. And they've also built like a bunch of blocks of flats. So since then as well. So there's also that. That the car park also looks like they built a car park. The car park that's there wasn't built either. There's like a car park, a multi-story car park in that field bit as well. That's not there. Yeah, this is like one of the places that's just like changed the most. It's like a completely different place there. Yeah. Oh, looks like they were building something back then. Oh god. I'm not showing you that photo. I cannot show you this photo. Number one, it's someone else, and number two, it's a bit revealing. Okay, I'm why am I still looking at this? Why is there a bunch of photos? I don't even know why you'd want to wear that in the first place. Oh god, how do I describe it? Okay, so it's a picture of my dad. You're not going to know what he looks like, and I'm going to keep it that way. It's wearing a big, it's basically wearing no clothes except from like pants type thing. I don't know what you call it. It's underwear, just very revealing underwear. So it's like two strips down there, and it's covers up the area. Yeah, it's bright green. It's like neon green, basically. I think I've already explained it. I can't really say much more than that. Ooh, I forgot to say. Let me zoom. iPod dock. I wouldn't be surprised if that's my dad's iPod Classic. That was from 27th of April 2013. God. Not gonna lie, I really don't remember most of these apart from like the weird ones like Greg, as I was saying. It's a bunch of photos of like cracked iOS devices and like someone repairing an iPad and like more iPad 2/3s, I'm assuming, and then an iPad 1 in the background by the looks of it. But yeah. Still fighting. My granddad on my mum's side, he died in 2013 of cancer. It's like a picture of his name and then still fighting. It says someone's put, I wish I met you, but I was told that you was amazing, love you, and from some country. I don't know who that is. It says miss you. I thought he died in June 2013. Was it like terminal or something? It's another picture. This time it's of my mum and my granddad, the one I was talking about. It's from like when she was getting married. So this was from 2005. It's really low resolution, bad digital camera. 2005. There's a picture of the fishes in his garden. After that, pictures from his house, so I don't really know what's going on. Is that like the last photos of him? That might be. Wow. Ooh, all photos. Oh, someone else who's unfortunately no longer with us. Oh, God, quite unfortunate. Quite a few of these are dead. Like that, so I think it is. I won't say the name, of course, because I am respectful and I won't show a picture. This one must be of the 29th of June. Was it July? No, I'm not sure. What's this? It's like some live performance. I know my mum went to see Killers 2013 apparently, and that does sort of look like random flowers. Oh, free lock, I hate you. It's very low res though, which makes me feel like it's pulled from the internet, but as you'll say, apparently James was supporting them, so it could be James as well. Happy birthday. Swap. But it looks like Brian May more than anything, which was probably unintentional. Ooh. Look at this good old iPhone case. It's not a 4. Looks like that might be a 4. It's like some weird fancy dress. 210. Okay, I think I know. Maybe who it is. Oh, it's annoying. The screen has, like, as I said, dead spots. God, that reminds me of, like, don't hug me, I'm scared. With it's like some sort of bag thing with like eyes. Who's that? I'm trying to think. Who's, in terms of family, born in 2013? So that's or 2012. I can't think. Okay, it's a bunch of photos from 2nd of July. Which must be when he died. Oh, they died? Not sure. I think this one was from 2011, where it's proper packed. See a pic. Can I see me? See my brother. Don't think. I'm pretty sure I would be there. Like Christmas dinner. Yeah. Anyways. Basically this iPad's just filled with photos from 2012 or 2013. Oh. I know exactly what this is talking about. So a screenshot of Safari open, searching Google. It says no sound on iPads, and I believe this was when I had like some wired headphones and I put them in the iPad, but the connector bit was like stuck in my iPad, so there was basically no sound, and I believe that was it. So this was on the 16th of September. Apparently that was when it happened. I'm pretty sure it's about that. Interesting. I thought it was a bit more earlier on. This photo looks really cool. It really reminds me of like the iOS 5 wallpaper or the iPad 1 wallpaper. I mean the iPad 3 wallpaper, the iPad 1 default wallpaper. Except for it's out of focus. With like the dark blues and stuff, that's why. See photos that not sure. Maybe I did like fancy dress thing. Is that me there as well? Yeah, that's definitely me. I remember that hoodie. So that's 100% me. Oh my god, it's like bad temporary tattoo thing. Ugh. It's not even, no offence, it's not even that good. It's probably, say it probably was done by my mum, but I don't know. Could have been done by the school. God, itchy nose. I was going to say I'm not in this photo. I was going to show it to you, but bad idea. But then I realised I am actually. It's just, you can see marks. Probably because I didn't want to be in the photo. Oh no. Next photo, I'm definitely there. Next photo, I'm a blur. Okay. Any more interesting photos? Oh god. Good. It's fine because I can see my mum. But she's been covered by camera. Is that actually my mum? I don't know, her hair looks a bit weird. Like the sort of going to his side. Might be. Probably is, let's be real. It's on our iPad. Bit of like cool glowing sensory wire things and the UV light. Yeah. You can see, the iPad in the reflection. And when was that? That was the 27th of January 2014. Interesting. And then this is pretty much where the interesting phase ends, because my mum used to do face painting, and that's literally pretty much all there is, and then some other stuff. Got this Volkswagen Beetle though, this was probably my fault. The registration plate, VRB anus. I've not understood what that meant, and I only understand 4/7 of it, and the 4/7 is weird. Why? And you've got like a real racing 3 screenshot, and then a photo that's not from 2014. It's from like 20. I don't know, 2010, nah, probably like 2011 and 2012 is my guess. Oh, is this my... I swear my handwriting's really not changed. I've seen why this has been taken photo, cut out. It's not actually that helpful. But look at my handwriting, this is from like 2014. I actually remember this now. I mean, a lot of this is memory refreshers. But yeah, my handwriting's not really changed that much. It's just become less wonky. And this was 18th to 19th, must be the 19th because it's literally the last photo shown in our group. And you've got like me building some sort of computer in Minecraft, well, and a house. Is there some Minecraft copy? It might be. But yeah, is this actually on my iPad? Don't think this is actually on my iPad. Oh well. But yeah, this one though is definitely on my iPod. Oh, i3. Stop blocking my screen. I always try to say at the most annoying times where I literally need to use the preview. But yeah, that looks feels using the iOS 7 default wallpaper, which is weird because I don't really think I ever really liked it that much. I mean, in this screenshot from my iPad, I can tell it's from my iPad because of the resolution of the image. It's pixelated. That is literally the default iOS 8 iOS 7 wallpaper. Weird. Yeah, so what else? Picture of Furby. Ooh, some Asphalt 8 screenshots. Look at this Asphalt 8 screenshot. Also, Asphalt 8 conveniently happens to actually be installed on this iPad. I did play a game on there. There's a screenshot of Blockheads from the 16th of September 2014, so that would mean like when I started playing it again. Oh my god. What recent games that? Something Racing Rivals Something of racing rivals. Is it CRSR racing rivals? I don't know. More screenshots of F5. Screenshot from Top Gear. Used to be really obsessed with Top Gear back in the day. To be fair, I've been watching a lot of clips from them, but I don't like cars. It's more or less an entertainment show for me. Something to laugh at. I'm using the this is from my iPad. On the 18th of October 24, and I was using White Flower as my background for the default iOS wallpapers at the time. No screenshots. Anything else that could be interesting to you? We'll do a bad drawing of cars. Here's a bad drawing of a car. It's using orange. It's got a giant spoiler for some weird reason. That's like a pickup truck, but with a weird thing in the back. In the not bonnet. What's the opposite of the bonnet? The boot. That's it. More blockhead screenshots from the 28th of December 23. Anything more interesting? Pretty sure this is where the interesting things ends. Screenshot of Minecraft. It's 0.10.4. This is from my iPad as well. So yeah. Some GT Racing 2 screenshots. Some screenshot of some game. Screenshot of the wiki page for the blockheads. Yeah. Here's a preview, it's a vague preview of my iPad on the 11th of February 2015. I was using the iOS 8. I don't know what you call it, a Aurora background, where it's like green at the bottom and stuff like blue, purple at the top. This wallpaper here. It's a bit of purple, but it's basically green at the bottom and it sort of turns into blue with a bit of purple in the middle. It's that wallpaper. Very distinctive and recognisable. More blockhead screenshots from the 48th of March 2015. Sorry, we're in 2015. And it then ends on the 23rd of March 2015. Okay. I've already gone through pretty much all of that. So, I guess the final segment of today's show, if you want to call it that, a little bit of review of the death of Randy Fitzsimmons by the Hive. Now, unfortunately, conveniently, a couple of days before they released the album, they announced that they're releasing this album as an NFT. Well, it says an NFT. It's actually through this website. I can't find it. Switch to the podcast screen capture. Okay. I think I need more water. Not there. Just wait for this. So I can go back to a comment to show you this. Okay. Yeah, so Serenade, never heard of this, but I'm not an expert. So, it's a limited edition digital, in quotation, pressing of the death of Randy Fitzsimmons. It comes with full studio and bonus live album, live at the Emirates Stadium in London, featuring live versions Tic Tac Boom, May Offender and more. Album country voice notes from Halim Pelli Alcravist. I think that's it, pronounce it. High quality lossless downloads of studio and live album. And it wants to sign up with like your phone number and whatever. Yeah, it's got like a track listing, so it's got like all the track listings. Releasing Monday 14th of August, and it's £20 per edition. So yeah. No, it doesn't really make it clear that it's for NFTs necessarily. Didn't mean to. Where's this? Says strengthening unbreakable bond. I misread that, but I mean, accurate. You've got a breakable bond as soon as you start providing your albums as NFTs. With other fans and your favourite artists by collecting limited edition releases, digital pressings, unlock bonus materials. Not really. It's just sounds good, pirate it and then put it on YouTube. Let's be real, and hopefully that's what happens. And can be traded like a traditional music format. Yes, as long as the servers, because apparently NFTs can be attached to URLs and not like actual files, which is a bad idea because as soon as the servers for those files goes down, your NFT is attached to air and is pretty much useless, which is great. And people are using NFTs that way, which is stupid. I mean, NFTs are stupid. Yeah. Artists create, apparently it's bad for the music makers. Artists create digital pressings for free. For free. So I guess I don't have any fees. I think that's what they're trying to say. Received a large share of every sale and resale in perpetuity. I've never seen that word. This means your financial backing helps artists make more of the music of you love. By the way, this is pretty much corporate speak. Let's be real. And then sustainable for Mother Earth is the ironic bit. Current music formats like vinyl, CDs and cassettes are great for artists' revenues, but not so great for the player. Help artists continue with fans with them, but with a far lighter environmental impact. Problem is, to like mint these NFTs and stuff, they're very not power efficient, so there'll be issues and criticism, storage of chain, environmental concerns. Oh, that sounds good when what you're selling has a literal section for environmental concerns, and you're saying, oh yes, it's got a much better environmental impact. So it said NFT purchases are sales are enabled by high energy uses and consequent greenhouse gas emissions associated with blockchain transactions. Do you actually have blockchain support? Presumably, as in like currency. So if you go and Serenade, when you're here, it actually makes it clear what they actually sell NFT. But it's so clear, it's a bit scrambly. You've got to work this out. So I think if you go, what is digital pressing, like it says it somewhere. It has Coinbase for crypto payments. Okay, where is it? I found it. As you can see, they are actually hiding what it is about. Maybe if going about it says it. Great website design, no offence, but that's a joke. Limited edition vinyl and stuff is just nonsense. And then when you're putting it on the internet, it's really not going to be limited, especially when the people go like, first thing they do, there's going to be someone who does it, and the first thing they do is to upload it to YouTube. I'm all in for that. Upload it, give access to everyone instead of making long limited editions. So you get exclusive artwork, which is more meaningless when you're buying it as an NFT instead of an actual product, like a CD that I've got in my hand right now. Just saying. Water. So, audio streams is also another concern thing, because that means that sort of suggests that's stored on their servers. So yeah, digital presses, also Web3 sort of gives you a red flag, and then eventually it says NFTs ran into a blockchain we select for environmental friendliness. Supposedly you have to produce 1.2 million digital presses to equal the carbon footprint of one average 12-inch record. By that they probably mean like the ultra giant vinyl CD cassette combination. It's like 2 CDs, 5 vinyls, and blah blah blah. Do you get the point? They're probably like doing that. It's got like 5 different posters inside, blah, and like a whole lyric sheet that's giant. It's pretty much a poster itself, and whatever. That's probably like what they're saying. They don't really define what the carbon footprint is, so yeah. Oh look, you've got like your favourite artists. Ooh, Linkin Park, Balonatini, BTS, Blue Nile, Hawkwind. I've never heard of these. Fat Freddy Strop. They could be making that off. Okay, at least I've heard of Kendrick Lamar and Offspring. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They've potentially made up 5. Uploading it on Vimeo. Take it from our friends. There are quotation marks there, but the problem is they don't actually end. So theoretically, this quotation mark here never ends. Amazing, right? And then apparently these are all sold out because they're so rare. Edition of 25. Single. This one doesn't even know what it is. It could be a single or an album or an EP. Maybe they just never bothered to put the words EP. Yeah. We're people, we're NFT Muse. Yeah, so quite unfortunate. But as in the actual musical content, really good band. That it opens up with Vegas Operandi, which is one of the most violent music videos I've ever seen. But it's so good. There's just basically a really violent flying shovel that's stabbing people, and they literally just explode with blood. Amazing, right? Trapdoor Solution, crazy fast song. You've got Countdown to Shutdown, another great song. Rick and Mortis Radio, not the biggest fan of. Stick Up, they got Strokes and Mirrors. Let's be real, I've kind of forgotten the actual album tracks. To be fair, I've only listened to this album twice, so that could be why. You've got you've got Crescent Weekend, Two Guns Troubles, Where Story Goes, and then The Bomb, which is an amazing song. Don't worry if you What Did I Do to You and Step Out of My. Their albums are very consistent, although I would say maybe this is kind of tempted to say that this is slightly worse, but at the same time there's all the singles are really quite good, so I don't know. Also, it's a really weird digipack. It's like quite thick. But yeah, I don't like the actual CD. It's also pretty much the same on the vinyl sleeve, except for me, I like the track listing is adjusted accordingly, of course. Just looks ugly. No offence. Yeah, looks like that. Like that, as you can see. But yeah, if I shut that, I've shut that the wrong way. We've seen them live in like April next year. No offence, it slightly ruined my like for them, but at least they make music like other NFT, unlike other NFT bands such as Muse, where they make songs that go like, "We love the people, we 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 love the people, I'm gonna shove this up my nose." Oh, mistake. That's good. Yeah. But yeah, that's what they're like, mate. Yeah. That's going to be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed this. If you want more, go to my website, clygot.cc. I need to add my Owncast on there because I haven't added it yet. And I should also do a blog post about it. But yeah, I also really should try and start doing clips. I think I'm going. You know what? I'm going to talk about something else. I'm considering making a separate channel that's going to be for gaming videos, because as you might have noticed recently, I've still stopped doing gaming videos. Main reason was that they were low effort gaming videos. And let's be real, I'm going to still produce them, but instead of having, let's say, PowerBook G4 episode, PowerBook G4 episode 2, which will be released tomorrow, probably, instead of having that, instead of having a low quality gaming video, which one would you prefer? You'd probably say the PowerBook G4 Adventures episode 2. So, my compromise is having a separate channel so I can do occasional gaming videos on there. Don't know how often I'll upload. Maybe I should do daily uploads. That might be a bad idea. Also, we'll try and live stream daily again. I know I think I might be losing it because, as you might be aware, I literally upload videos every single day. Every single day for this year, and I'll be planning to do that for probably the whole of January, just to make up for the few days where I either messed up the audio. There's one where I didn't realise that uploaded, but it's uploaded as private, so it ended up showing as a release. It had been released like a day later, so it sort of looks wrong. But yeah, just try and do stuff like that basically. Yeah, and I do want to also, I'm pretty sure I just said this, which is why I've gone to saying what I did. I also want to do Clyde Grow podcast clips. I was going to do on I don't know, maybe a separate channel for just clips would be too much. I don't know. But I mean, me installing Owncast would be a good clip because it's so quick and easy. Like, how on earth would that not be a clip? It'd be just amazing. But yeah, Anything else to say? Try to think. I don't really think so. I'm pretty sure I've said all of it. Yeah, so tomorrow's video will probably be Powerbit G4 Adventures episode 2. It's weird saying tomorrow, but it is Sunday, so it'll probably, and tomorrow's Monday, so it'll probably be tomorrow. Yeah, shall I talk about, not like, I am starting to run out of video ideas, so yeah, like Powerbit G4 Adventures is literally going to be it's like the only video I've got plans for. I think my best bet, because I've done a lot of videos where I've tried to use a certain iPhone on like a certain iOS for a week. I've recorded iPhone 5S, iPhone 6 on iOS 11, iPhone 4S on 6.1.3, that was released, the iPhone 4 on iOS 7.1.2, though that was released as well, so I've only released 2. iPhone 2G, I've sort of looked into trying to edit that. Looks like a bit of footage has just sort of gone missing, which is concerning, so I don't know about that one. I've got the iPhone 4 on the iOS 4.3.5 for a week. I said I'd release that soon after the original iPhone 4 for a week. That was released on the 1st of January. And look at me, I still haven't released it 200 and something days later. Or, 7 months and almost 2 weeks. Amazing, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much all you need to know for today. Yeah. Trying to think. Another thing. Not sure if I actually said this, but Opti, my main computer, has sort of been having problems with keyboard and, keyboard and mouse, with powering USB devices, including keyboard and mouse, which is quite important because I need it to use it. So I bought like PS2 to USB adapters, and they haven't bypassed the issue. And then I don't have any PS2, like proper PS2 keyboard and mouse, so I'm probably gonna have to eventually buy those as a last resort, and if not, probably the only solution is to get a new main computer, and I'm going to build it myself because it makes the most sense. I'm going to take the storage and the GPU of it, which is annoying because I wanted to upgrade the GPU, but I guess it's not happening soon. Unless I get some ridiculous deal, it's just not going to be happening. But I think my plan is I'm going to attempt to save my money from my birthday and from Christmas. Oh, sorry. And buy parts for the computer, so like motherboard, CPU, power supply, RAM, unfortunately, because you've got DDR4 RAM, which is incompatible with DDR3, and then which is stupid. And it's got to be like faster speeds and whatever. Honestly, massively annoying. So I'd have to get more RAM and stuff. Now, it's not actually going to be that expensive from my rough calculations. I calculated the price to include, motherboard, storage, motherboard, CPU, RAM, case. Is that all I need? Yeah, I think that's all I need, right? Oh, power supply. And it totaled to about $250. You might be asking, what were the specs? Well, it's like, I don't know what PSU it was. It's just a decent GPU. It's about £100 Corsair or EVGA or something. Yeah, something you trust, don't worry. And then I was like, MSI motherboard and whatever. And it was like Ryzen 7. What is it? Was it like 3700X or was it like 5600X or something? It was something. It was a Ryzen 7 though. It was definitely 3rd gen or newer. And the case was just like, you don't really need to get a posh case really. It's probably the cheapest part. Actually, the RAM might have been cheaper. Yeah, but you might be asking, why are the specs good? Why so cheap? The answer is number one, I don't have money. But number two question is, I'm not going for the strategy of buying new because it's just going to cost more money and it's going to be a rip off compared to how much I'd get used. Yeah, so it'd be roughly £250. Yeah, I don't want to get. Well, I say I don't want to get for GPU. I know roughly what I'd get for GPU. It'd be AMD, of course. I think Intel's a bit too risky. Like, I'm not here to mess around, and I mean Intel are quite early stage, although they do have really good drivers because they're like only open source. Like good open source made by them, contributors, whatever. Website AMD, they've got proprietary ones, but they do have open source ones, and they're good because like AMD contributes to that. But you still need like the AMD Pro drivers, I believe, like DaVinci Resolve, if I recall correctly. Maybe that's outdated information or outright wrong, but yeah. And then NVIDIA, you've got the Nouveau drivers, but they're absolutely terrible because like NVIDIA don't contribute to it at all. And then you've got the proprietary NVIDIA drivers, and they've sort of got their weird open source things. I'm not sure necessarily what's going on with that, but yeah. I'm getting the stream here, so if you're watching on Owncast, goodbye. Just for better numbers. Hopefully. Yeah, so that what I was talking about was, so NVIDIA's out of question, no doubt, like completely out of question. But yeah, so you're probably gonna, you'll most likely see me on an AMD GPU. Maybe Intel, but I don't really want to risk anything. So I'm probably just gonna stick with AMD. I say stick, to be fair, I'm using an AMD laptop to record this, but it's like the iGPU. It's got Ryzen 7 4700U. So it's not like a horrible computer, though it's got only 8 gigs of RAM and it's like single channel and like the bit that I've got is like soldered on. Of course I can upgrade it to dual channel, but I'm limited to 16 gigs basically. Even Opti supports 32 gigs, and then my server supports up to 768 gigs, which is ridiculous. I'm probably never gonna actually upgrade it to that much, because it literally costs about $250, $240, about the same price it's going to cost me to build a new computer, which is ridiculous. And at the end of the day, upgrading the RAM on there would basically achieve nothing. So there's that. Although the RAM's quite cheap to upgrade. I mean, it's like only 20 gigs for, what is it, I think 64 gigs. So I could easily upgrade that, like spend a little bit of money and have 128 gigs of RAM. I don't know why, but ECC RAM seems so much cheaper. Also it's DDR3, which also makes it cheaper. DDR5, forget that. I mean, I don't even know if my system would support DDR5. I guess not, because I think the motherboard's not a DDR5 one. Plus, going to DDR5 would basically achieve nothing. Let's be real. So I won't be using DDR5 in the first place. But yeah. And yeah, I'm also not going to be using an NVMe SSD for then, I guess, not now, at least. Just use my existing SSD, which hopefully will just be pretty much plug and play experience. Hopefully. What else do I have to say? Yes. Oh my god, what was I going to say? Oh my god, there's like... Oh yeah, I was going to talk about 21 Pilots. So I've been listening to some 21 Pilots. I'm going to show you off my Dead Beef collection. Dead Beef, for those unaware, is just a music player. It's the one that I use. So if I'm going to in the home folder, oh it's there, and I just opened up the PNG. So here's my Dead Beef. It's got my album art, which is why it's not working. For some reason album art's just broken on here, even though I've had it work before. Yeah, so I've got 21 Pilots. I'm gonna delete that. Oh wait, I could have probably just changed it. Artist, and then I'll do... I don't really need the album. It's Group C in the albums anyways. Okay, so it's sorted by album, so it's like King Kasabian. Oasis, it's in reverse alphabetical order, which is confusing. Okay, now we're on to 21 Pilots. So I've basically found 7, and I've basically distributing a bunch of their stuff. So I've got all their albums, so I've got... It's like 2 copies, because by the looks of it, there's like one's done flax and then one's in WAVs, even though it's supposed to be flax. In fact, I've got 3 copies. 3? No, even more copies. Yeah. So, if you want to know my opinion on their albums, as in like ranking, I'd probably say my least favourite is... What is it called? It's called... Is it Scaly at best? I've literally forgotten. No, Scaled and Icy. Sorry. I'm confused. I'm combining two of the album titles accidentally. Yeah. So, continuing on. So, yeah, Be Scaled and Icy, 21 Pilots. Both are really dull. Maybe 21. No, I don't think 21 Pilots is actually last. Yeah, reason why I put Scaled and Icy is I only really like Showaway, and that's it. The others just sound all bland. 21 Pilots, they do all sound quite bland, but I'd say they're more consistent across. And then I'd do probably Vessel. It's once again boring, but it's like higher quality. Then I'd probably say Blurry Face, and then I'd say Trench, because that's the album that I heard everyone say, oh yeah, this is the best album, so good, really good. And yeah, I do agree, it's really good, especially compared to the other albums. But it's not their best, because their best is actually regional at best. Unpopular opinion. I don't. The people seem quite mixed with this album. I've seen like people say, "Ooh, the production's so bad." I think I heard someone say, "The production's so bad, but the piano and synths are like really good." And to be fair, the piano synths on this album are really good, but I don't really think the production's that bad. But I guess I'm probably not paying them enough attention. What on earth? Excuse me. This is not Anathema, which isn't why you've impressed. It's actually Ride from Blurry Face. No, it's playing the correct thing. It's playing Guns for Hands. Yeah. It's very upbeat, the first few tracks. I really love this album. I really do. I like the album cover as well. Can make it bigger. Look at that. Not the highest quality, but yeah. Also, yeah, here's my Dead Beef now, as you could see, all in flax, mostly. I think all of them are, but yeah, Ode to Sleep, I think this might be one of my favourite songs from the album. Sort of doesn't seem that exciting at the start, but then it sort of picks up here, right now, about 1.25 minutes. It just sounds amazing, and like the synth, oh, beautiful. Yeah. Slow Term. Oh, it's this one, yeah. Car Radio. This was like one of the songs that I sort of heard before I listened to the albums, just because I was interested what it sounds like. Initially I thought it wasn't that exciting, but I think it's quite a decent song. It's a lot more depressing. Sort of goes more depressing. But like the synths, yeah, very cool. The synth fits what's on. Also, the music video is very memorable because it's basically, it's got like live performance. I'll show you this. Car Radio 21 Pilots. Come on. So you go near the end. This is so weird. It looks so weird. It feels so fake, but it's real. I literally managed to do this. But they got their audience to just stand still. But what on earth? It's just amazing. And then like when the sort of thing drops, they all start moving. So yeah. God. Yes, this is like one of their most viewed older songs, although I don't know. I was gonna say House of Gold as more. I thought it had like 160, but no. This music video is also a bit weird. Basically, they're missing their legs. Can you see? You can't really see here. Yeah, they're missing legs and they're getting blood. This song's sort of grown on me as the drum bits sort of very catchy. Dum dum, and then we start when what is it? Josh Dunn, that's his name. Oh, it's hard to do the talk when it's on. Yeah, but here when he bangs, that's like synced to the drums. He looks a bit like Chris Martin, Tyler Joseph in this one. Only a bit, not like massively. That's what it sort of reminds me of. But yeah, I think it's Ode to Sleep, the one that I preferred over the Vessel version, because Vessel's got quite a few songs from Regional Best, but like they're re-recorded. And I believe it was Ode to Sleep that I prefer over that. But yeah, this music video is from 2013. It is really weird to me that I've actually felt like they just sort of appeared out of nowhere, right back in 2015 when Playface came out. And I sort of thought, oh, that's their first album. No, it wasn't. But yeah, Regional at best is the best album, and that's a controversial opinion, definitely. But yeah, House of Gold was actually only a bonus track, not an actual album track, and then like they released it for Vessel. But yeah, if you look here, you can see there's a lot of songs that appeared on Regional Best. It says 2012, even though that's wrong, it released in 2013 Vessel. I do quite like the album cover for Vessel. Does Ode to Sleep have a completely different intro from pretty sure Ode to Sleep doesn't have the same intro as Regional Best. No, it does. Well, sounds slightly different. It's like, yeah, it sounds a bit different, but the intro is pretty much the same. How does it go in this? I've not really properly compared the differences between the two versions of the tracks. I think one of them's like, yeah, it sounds pretty much the same. The dum 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 that started there really sounds like something you'd hear in Beat Saber. But yeah. So it's been going for over 2 hours. I have much else to say. No, I don't. That's going to be it for today, and goodbye, people. Hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget my website. It's clogrow.cc, where you can find all my links and stuff, and goodbye, people.